Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the Iran and Israel conflict and many other things. Basically, world tension is high right now. All right, not world tension, but tension's high. Okay, we have Israel and Iran exchanging missiles with each other. Okay, they're throwing rocks at each other essentially, and innocent bystanders are dying. Okay, no, like it's not a good situation. Whether you, it doesn't really matter which side you support, people are dying on both sides, and it's unfortunate. I mean, granted, that happens all the time in war. It's unfortunate, but it's just a lot of shit might go down. If you aren't living under a rock, which you probably are 100% aware of the situation, Israel struck Iran a couple of days ago. They struck nuclear facilities because I guess Iran was very close to being able to make nukes, which isn't a good thing because Iran's a oppressive regime that hates almost everybody. So, really, a country like that shouldn't have them. But I totally don't really. I mean, Israel can do what they want. I mean, go ahead and strike them, but it's your fight, okay? The fact that the U.S. might get involved now, too, is a bit of a problem, to be honest. I'm going to say why. Because why should we be sent over there to go fight for something Israel started, I'm just saying. And there are, like, for some reason, people legit want that to happen. People are like, yeah, I want to go over there and fight. No, you don't. You don't want to go over there and fight. It's always the people who think they could handle a war that want to go fight in one. You really can't. It's not that simple. It's not Call of Duty where you can run around quick scoping people. War is brutal, and really, we shouldn't be getting involved. And again, Trump's whole campaign was no new wars. It's going to be America first. Our troops will be at home with their families and whatnot. If this escalates, that's not going to be the case. And I'm not trying to say it's like Trump's fault, obviously, because Trump can't necessarily control what Israel does. If Israel wants to do this, that's on them, okay? They can fight this fight. But I don't know, man, because with Trump, the way how things have been going, it's kind of looking like we could be out there, too. The issue is because, obviously, when Israel struck Iran, they kind of threatened both sides. They threatened both the United States and Israel. And there's a chance, I mean, I think there's been some reports of, like, some drones being spotted or something being spotted near bases in the region. And, well, if a single American base gets struck by Iran, Trump is 100% going to retaliate, and it's going to be a war between the two countries. Which is not a good thing because Trump's always go like, the economy's going to get better and everything. War economy is not good. Usually the economy or whatever, all that kind of stuff, usually takes a hit during any kind of conflict that we are involved in. It won't like be the worst thing ever because it won't be like a huge giant conflict, but still it'll affect shit. And once again, this is not our fight. Israel made the decision to strike them. And for some reason, I guess they were mad at us too. Iran threatened us, and now Trump is basically saying all the stuff. And again, I'm not saying 100% it'll happen, but man, I mean, it's not a good thing because there's legit people who want it to happen. Like, again, there's like, for some reason, old random Republicans, mostly Trump supporters who are old, they're like 50 or something, right? They're like, yeah, go to war. The typical redneck guys, not really rednecks. The guys who drive around in their big trucks with a Trump flag, those obnoxious dudes usually, right? It's those guys who are like saying like, yeah, let's go to war. Like, you don't have to worry about going over there. You just get to sit at home and watch it on the news, watch it on Fox News. You don't have to worry about it. It's other people, it's the younger generation who actually has to go out there and fight. You get to sit here and, basically hear about it on your Fox News and shit, right? They don't have to do anything. They get to sit home and praise Trump for every little thing he does. And again, I'm not like a straight up Trump hater, but I definitely don't really like half of the things he's doing, honestly. He's not doing great in my opinion. But enough said, it's not a conflict we should be finding ourselves in. Again, say what you want, and I get it. Iran's not a good place, okay? It is a terrible, oppressive regime where there are people don't really like it there either, but they obviously can't say it out loud or else they'll get beheaded or something, right? It's still not good. It's even worse that China... Did I mention? No, I haven't mentioned this. I mentioned in the pre-recording. I did a test recording a couple minutes ago. China was telling their people to leave Israel. I believe. Israel or one of the two, or both. To be honest, that's not a good sign. Now, one thing about Iran is they've been kind of aligning themselves with our enemies, the enemies of the United States. So that would be Russia and China. Not saying either of them would instantly get involved or anything. If they did, then yeah, it would technically be what World War III went 100%. But overall, I don't think that would happen because Russia's dealing with their own stuff with Ukraine and that war's still going on. Sometimes you forget it's happening, but it's still there. And then China's just kind of just chilling. They're just sitting there watching everything go to shit, eating popcorn. They're like watching like the LA riots that happened a couple days ago and laughing. And like, either way though, it's not a good situation. Our troops should not be sent to go fight a war that we did not start. We had nothing to do with this war. Okay, if this becomes a war, right, between the United States, Israel, and Iran or whatever, right? It's just not right because it's unfair to our troops because again, we didn't do this. We didn't decide to chuck missiles at Iran. That was Israel's doing. And again, the moment Iran is to strike any of our bases, Trump will 100% retaliate, which is fair, but still, it's not a very great situation to be in, And like, I don't know, man. It's not great. No one wants this war, to be honest. Nobody. I would say a majority of people probably don't want this, okay? Because again, it's the people who are going to be going to fight this war are our troops. And again, Trump said, no more wars, no more troops being in other continents and stuff. They're going to be here or something, right? And America first. Maybe to him, this is an America first move. And yeah, again, stopping Iran from having nuclear weapons is a good cause because, again, they kind of chant death to America all the time. So them having nukes might not be a good thing. But let Israel deal with it. If they struck first, okay, let them handle it. All right, but like, I don't know, man. This whole situation is just bajonkers, and I don't know how much it could escalate or where it could potentially go. How far could this potential war go? Would it just be Israel, the United States versus Iran, or would it evolve into something much worse? We could only hope, man. Honestly, we could only hope that Israel and Iran, they kind of talk to each other and just say, hey, we're going to 1v1 on Rust. Does that sound fine? 1v1 on Nuketown. I'm joking. In all seriousness, if only life was that simple to where world leaders would instead put other people's lives at risk and huck missiles at each other and kill innocent lives, would just play Call of Duty in 1v1, right? I wish it was that simple, but it's not. We live in the real world, obviously, and now our troops could be fighting in that region again, which not good because again, Trump constantly said no more of that, and yet we might find ourselves back in the Middle East for like the 30th time. Why? Who knows? Born just in time to fight in the Middle East again, right? Born too early to fight in the Middle East. Born too late. Whatever. You're now just in time to fight in the Middle East once again. Have fun. It's not a good thing. None of this is good. All right? And like, I don't know, man. My thinking is just like, again, I'm not saying it's like Trump's fault, but did I mention it? I honestly forgot if I did. He left a G7 summit meeting sort of thingamajiggy. He left early. Honestly, why am I forgetting if I mentioned this? If I mentioned it earlier, just laugh at me. But I'm going to mention it again. He left the G7 summit early, came back to the White House, basically told the Department of Defense or whatever to stand ready for his arrival. And we basically saying, stand ready for my arrival. We need to have a talk. It's not really a good thing. And I just wonder what he meant by that. I wonder what his plan is. And I really just want this to stay between Israel and Iran. I really don't want us to get involved. I don't want our troops to have to go out there and die for something we didn't do. I don't want this to cause any repercussions here. I just want... Why can't shit be normal, man? The moment we all hit adulthood, shit hits the fan real bad. I think that might wrap it up for today's video, though. Yeah, basically, this is the update on the conflict. It's not looking great. It could involve us very soon. China's telling their people to leave, and both Israel and Iran are just throwing missiles at each other. and innocent people are dying. It's an unfortunate situation. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I will be streaming actually very soon. I'm going to be streaming probably like an hour or so after this video is uploaded, and we will be playing Still Wakes the Deep. Very great horror game. I'm going to restart from whenever the last I played, because I haven't played it in like a solid year or so. So I'm going to start fresh. It's going to be on stream, and I will leave the link in the description. Feel free to join. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the stream, or I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.